Well, hello everyone, Dylan here. Happy Throwback Thursday, and the rotation leads us to a Star Wars review, and this one's on Jabba's Sail Barge from 2013, of course. And so now on the front of each manual, two manuals we have is the Lego Star Wars logo and the green Yoda border from the time, and picture of the set coming towards the Scarlet Pit on Tatooine, and set number 75020. The first manual on the back is halfway through the set. The number two of which, backside is how to win on the online survey, and then advertisement of Lego Club and advertisement, and also some like code for the website, which is no longer available. And then all the minifigs that come in this current wave, of course, and then advertisement. Oh, whoops. And then advertisement of all the other summer or summer 2013 sets, and also that one of which expect for next Throwback Thursday. And then all the pieces that come with the set, of course. And then the last building steps. So now on to the minifigs included with the set. So first up we have the second and only other appearance of slave outfit Princess Leia, which, like I see the torso print, leg printing done quite well for that, but and also the hairpiece, of which a major upgrade from the original 2003 version that came in the Jabba's Palace set at that time, and also the backpack piece with the chain, obviously. And also kind of odd that this one didn't come in any other sets after. Well, maybe eventually could come in another set, not sure, but whatever. And then next to it, you have Re-Ease with the quite good torso printing and not at all the leg printing, which all the rest of the minifigs in this set just don't have then. But however, the headpiece, which is soft rubber and also done quite well for how it is, but and of course, and this didn't come in any sets afterwards, well, until the 2020 Mos Eisley Cantina set. And then next to it is Max Rebo with a just plain torso mini and short legs for that, but however the rubber headpiece done quite well and it's sculpted to just perfection. And of course a few lumpish marks on the trunk-like nose part and everything else. Kind of odd, but whatever. But however, still great to have here. Well, also kind of mysteriously why it didn't come in any other sets as well. Well, maybe could come in other sets eventually, but yeah. But hopefully does, but yeah. And then next to which a weak way skiff guard for that, like we see in some of the desert skiff sets around this. But also kind of neat seeing one of these in the original trilogy sets instead of like Hondo Alama in the Clone Wars and all. But however, also wielding a classic castle spear with axe blade on it. But however, the face printing, torso printing, all looks quite good for how it is. But yeah, the last of which is R2D2, but with a serving tray to it, with a couple of glasses and a bottle on there. But however, but all the rest of which quite similar to earlier minifig, or same as from previous years and all. But however, but at least this serving tray kind of good way to not make it much repetitive. But yeah, and then to the back sides of the figs, as you see, again the chains for Princess Leia, and see Re-Ease with the back torso printing, but also the skiff guard, as you can see, does have the long hair piece of which, and just printed onto the torso piece. Kind of strange how that is, but I'm sure that if this were done nowadays, I think this which would probably be like an actual piece for that. Well, but that's just me. And of course, same thing happened in the pirate tank set in 2009. But however, kind of, and of course, this is where that started from. But yeah. And then not only back torso printing for R2D2, well, since this is the earlier versions of him, but yeah. And of course, Max Rebo's back head part, which the sculpting also done quite well for that. So that's about it with this minifig selection, but also to include is Jabba the Hutt, which everything of which same as from the 2012 Jabba's Palace set, but and of course there's rotatable and so on. But also not sure why this version didn't come in any other sets after that. Well, I'm sure that if he did come in sets again, I'm sure he'd probably be the same as this, but maybe with a few updates, but whatever. But probably be similar to this. But yeah. And so now on to Jabba's sail barge itself, which, as you see, a quite interesting, neat vehicle, that we've seen pretty much just twice. Well, first time we've had, which was in about 2006, but that version of which did come with the Skylight Pit and the Desert Skiff, second version of that. But however, this of which is just that alone. Well, even though the Desert Skiff did become separate sets as well. Yeah. And also quite the neat color scheme to it, of like dark brown, like the MTTs, and also dark tan and various bits of gray, of course. So as for this front section, which comprises mostly just a lot of jagged slopes going downwards, and also a plate, kind of their large plate with tiles and jumpers onto it as well. And the main feature is you can like pull this up, and then there's a cannon kind of piece which you can pull right out and kind of load the cylinders in and shoot out, like in most pirate sets they tend to have. And that's about it. And then this, and of course, the side of which has quarter slope for that, and another jagged slope for that. And then this side, and it's just comprised of mostly plates and a few stickered up tiles for that, and also a lot of these clip plates as well. Which neat thing is you can like swivel them upwards and show as windows. As you can see there, which represent the whole like Scarlet Pit sequence, of course. And then further back, which have these like little wing-like fins, which are on some Technic bits down to there, and also ending up with a few different corner plates for that, which you can adjust upwards and upwards like that, of course. Then the back side of which is just kind of edged up quite well, like a few different wedge plates going all around for that, and then also ending up with tiles and also these other slope kind of bricks carrying on the texture onto the sides, of course. And then the bottom, and of course lower part, just a bunch of tiled up kind of plates for that, and also a couple grill like bits as the exhaust area. And also I'll show later. Then as for the roof parts, which has a lot of open space on it, enough to sit or to stand figs onto, of course. And well, and of course, one spot for manning this little turret right here. And then further downwards, have a few Technic bits that attach on to Barnacle Hero Factory ball joint pieces with Technic rods holding these little film pieces acting as the sails. So of course, at this time, and then throughout the 2010s, we barely see these very much. Well, and also, but also still once in a while we kind of do. And then also have this little extra turret here, which is made of various bits, and also as acting as sprinkler or flick fire missile. Also for that. Since of course this year 2013 was last year they were heavy, or heavy with flick fire missiles, of course. Which, if this set were done nowadays, I think would probably include the newer stud shooters for that. Okay. And then further downwards have sort of this little extra grill-like piece or platform piece on there, but in dark tan, nice to see. And this bendy piece or flex tube acting as railing, and then to a curved slope, and then a few jagged slopes as well. Oh, but yeah. And of course enough space and more extra space to stand figs onto a course. And then also this set, which highly accessible, where you can like take this whole roof part and just take it all right off. And also these walls of which you can fold right downwards, and also these back wall parts. So quite spacious this all is. Like, as for this front section, have a kind of little jail cell kind of area with the bar like panel piece and a bunch of red cylinders, of which for the cannon in the front kind of work. And then further downwards have this little open section. Yeah, open section to stand R2 or other figs if you wanted. So yes, just enough for R2. And one spot which had the jail cell kind of door and a frying pan for the little kitchen area that this is. And of course have both a drumstick and fish on top of that. And then this back section, which has a bunch of like dark green and dark red tile pieces, and also a single jumper in the front, in the center. And if I were to guess the green and red, probably a little Easter egg of Octan for that, but that's just me. But yeah. And also enough space to sit your Jabba fig onto a course. Well, and also enough, and of course enough for him to hold the chain that Princess Leia is attached to. Then further downwards have this little assembly that is just one of those odd plates with a bunch of clip parts attached to it, and obviously it's just to serve as a little drumming base for Max Rebo. And of course, like so. And then hang. And as for the other side of this interior space, just another jail bar piece in there, and then some. Then you have a little mini stove with a pot on it, and also this little crate that has this tile piece with some printing of buttons and such on it, and inside nothing. But you can probably fit thermal detonators in there if you wanted. And then to closing it up, to closing it up. Oh, and also forgot to say is plenty good use of some of these like jumper kind of, or these archway kind of pieces around, kind of matching to Jabba's palace the year prior. But yeah, and also in this one jumper here is where the roof part or ceiling part can kind of come together. And as for the roofs or window part I mentioned earlier, it can actually get a good view of Jabba and Leia right through it. Also like the film, but yeah. And to the roof part, I stick onto like so. So, and also great that all the figs can both fit inside and on top of that. So at least you don't have any random figs run just scraggling around. But yeah. And then also underneath the witch is a few of these wheel pieces, is just to give it the hovering effect, like we saw with the 2007 MTT, and also same with the 2009 pirate tank sets, but they were little dish pieces. But then we also got the clear ones used on some of the sequel trilogy and Rogue One sets for that. Well, since of course good to see where this started from, well, hopefully they can continue using these on other sets eventually. But yeah, even though the 2021 Imperial Marauder kind of trended away from that. But, yeah. But however, it does roll very well, and it also gives the feeling of it like hovering over the sands, obviously. But yeah. And so now on to the final verdict. So overall, I think this was a really quite good set for how it is. Like get a good selection of minifigs, and also so a quite nice build for how it is. And I'm pretty sure this might be a good improvement over the original 2006 Jabba sail barge. Well, not counting the Scarlet Pit and Desert Skiff, even though they were separate sets as well. But yeah, but this as is still quite good for how it is. It's like obviously get plenty good playability, like with the cannon in the front and the flip fire missiles on top. Well, if this set were done nowadays, probably include stud shooters and maybe a spring-loaded launcher or two. But that's just me. And and again, if this set were remade now, I think it'd probably be about as good as this, and probably have a similar selection of minifigs. Well, maybe also include one of the other band members of the one that Max Rebo's a part of. But yeah, and then and also and maybe have the sails or sail parts be brick builds rather than film flaps, but whatever. But however, for the $120 that it was back in 2013, I say quite good for how it is. Well, but again, if nowadays, I think it'd probably be priced about the same. But yeah, and also probably close enough for a remake. But yeah, and also I would like the wheel parts to be even clearer again. But yeah, and so now, if any of you which still have this set from back in the day, well, I hope you had some good memories of it. And for those of you who haven't and are still looking to get this set, then I'd say definitely pick it up. eBay, Bricklink, Mercari, whatever. And that's it for this video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.